Hey everyone! Welcome! I am here today with a brand new Kamen Rider series to check out with you guys. So today we're going to be watching Kamen Rider Saber. First episode. Guys, I cannot wait to see what this is all about. If you're joining me early today, you already know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So you're probably familiar with some of my other Kamen Rider reactions if you're here. I'm a big Kamen Rider fan. I have been for a while now. I've seen a bunch. I have not seen everything. I have seen most of what you see on my shelf back here. I think the only ones that I haven't seen all the way through are Build and Wizard. I saw a little bit of Wizard and I saw like the first couple episodes of Build, but everything else there I've seen. So Den-O, Decade, Double, O's, Forze, Gaim, Drive, Ghost, X-Aid, Zeo and 01 I actually reacted to, and Den-O I reacted to as well. So if you're not familiar with my Kamen Rider reactions, I would love it if you went and checked out some of my other Kamen Rider series that I have reacted to, because I do have a blast with pretty much every Kamen Rider related thing that I watch. So they're fun. Go check them out. But going into Kamen Rider Saber, I don't know very much, and that's just the way I wanted to keep it. There have been a lot of just like little tidbits flying around Twitter right now and everything, revealing the suit, revealing little things about the plot or the music or whatever. I have done my best to avoid them. Ironically, when I booted up the file to watch today, the the first thing that comes up is like a image of Kamen Rider Saber. I'm assuming it's Kamen Rider Saber. So I was like, oh man, because I was waiting for that suit reveal, but it's all good. No worries. The suit looks beautiful, by the way. But the actual story, I don't know very much going in. I think I know that it's fantasy related just because of the name, and I think just kind of a broad couple details that like someone had said to me in passing, like it's based on fantasy and legend and stuff like that, which you could kind of infer from the name. I'm really excited because I love fantasy stories. I love Kamen Rider. I think the Reiwa era is off to a wonderful start. I really enjoyed 01, so this is the first Kamen Rider series ever that I am watching like in current time. So I think as I film this, episode 2 like just came out and I'm watching episode 1. So I'm basically watching it like in real time, almost, kind of, sort of. It's hard to watch it in real time if you're watching subs, but you know. But this is the first time I've ever done that. Usually I'm kind of going back and checking them out after they're done, or like 01 was the closest I ever got, where I think right at the end I was current, like for the last 2 or 3 or maybe like 3 or 4 episodes I was current. But I'm really excited to check this out and see what it's all about. I'm already like hearing a lot of good buzz about it, so I have a feeling it's going to be great. And to be honest, I just haven't seen a Kamen Rider series yet that I haven't enjoyed in some capacity. Some I enjoy a lot more than others, but I think they're all a lot of fun. So what do you say we go ahead and get started with this new Kamen Rider series, you guys? Let's go. Kamen Rider Saber, episode 1. Let's do this. Oh my god! You guys, that was so much fun. Okay, let's talk it all out because I absolutely love it. I love the tone. I love the feel of just kind of imagination and wonder and whimsy, and just kind of taking the power of imagination very literally, and that it can create and destroy worlds, apparently, and it's that powerful. And I love our main character, Toma, so far. He seems very sweet and wholesome. Very cool that he's an author. Okay, so when I knew this was going to be fantasy influenced, I had no idea that it was going to be centered specifically around books. And that's what I think is cool about like each Rider series, that they each have a theme, but it's not what you would think it would be, you know? I thought it was just going to be like fantasy fighting and stuff like that. And I figured there would be like myth involved and everything, but no, it's our focal point here is books. And I love just how flippin' literally they took that, where like even during the battle, like the pages were turning and changing the landscape, and oh, just beautiful visuals in this. They are just still outdoing themselves with the effects. I noticed it in 01. They really had like a big upgrade for 01, I felt like, in their effects. And oh, they're topping themselves here because everything looked beautiful. The fight scene looked so good. There was one part that just looked like it was like a high-end video game battle. It was really, really cool. And, oh, okay, let me try to focus my thoughts. So I'm like all over the place. Okay, let's talk about the suit. I love it. It is so cool. I knew going in, because of the little screenshot before the episode, like what it would look like, but seeing it in action was a totally different experience. I love the dragon on the shoulder. I love that one side is like literally the dragon with the face and the kind of like half the cape and everything, or the coat tail. And the other side almost looks like it's like burnt or charred. It's like black. Very, very cool design. Even the sword that turns into his belt. I love the little book. I think that's really cool. And they've already got us going with a little bit of a mystery as to like, what is our hero's backstory and how did he get the book and what is that flashback he keeps having? Is it part of his past, or is it the influence of like one of these powerful books? Did he get a hold of that, a little brave dragon, and it kind of imbued him with that memory? Or is that something that actually happened to him? Also, I think we're going to have some other cool characters as well. I really enjoyed May. And we didn't see too much of our other guy, but I'm guessing he's one of the other swordsmen. And we kind of got a little bit of like a blue Kamen Rider in the outro there. So I'm guessing maybe he's going to be like a secondary rider. But yes, I love Toma so far. He is very sweet and wholesome. And I love that he takes books and learning and losing yourself in a story like so seriously. And he just seems like he has really good values and everything. And he loves kids and wants to like foster that imagination in children. And I think that's really cool. We didn't see a whole lot of the villains, but what we saw I think was really cool. I loved the style of, I think he was like purple and silver kind of, the one kind of like bad rider that we saw. I'm assuming he's bad. He was with the villains, so I'm guessing that style was very cool. And I loved the like ghost metal armor hand like writing out everything that was happening. It was really, really cool. And honestly, the first thing I thought when I saw the narrator, who, by the way, I was down as soon as I saw the narrator. Oh my God. I just, so much whimsy, so much fun. But as soon as they started talking about like the book that controlled everything, I'm like, oh my God, it's Woze's book. I won't get a lot into that if you haven't seen Zio, but if you have seen Zio, then enjoy the reference. I think I'm really going to love this series. I already am just really loving the like fantasy fairy tale vibe. It feels very magical and just very, there's like a childlike wonder about it. And I think it's just going to be so much fun. I think there's so much that you can do with that. Clearly they have really put a lot into, the kind of cool, details, with the battles and everything that you can kind of go to, thanks to that whole surrounding the whole setting. So, all right, guys, I am on board. I am 100% on board. I knew I would be. Like, I knew I wasn't going to be like, eh. I don't think I've ever seen a Kamen Rider series where I've been like, nah, not for me. They're all pretty fun, but, oh, I'm really going to look forward to this one, guys. I think we're into something really good here. In case you couldn't tell, I had a blast with that episode. I hope you did as well. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Since we're pretty much watching this in real time all together, we can really get into you don't have to worry about, not so much about spoilers. I am technically an episode behind, but so yes, you guys, I'm very excited. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.